I had two other things that I wanted to include and I failed to mention them. One was that when I was talking about my Aunt Lillian and her professional achievements, I failed to mention that she was honored by being elected president of the American Dietetic Association in 1951. This was sort of a climax to her career in many ways, and it certainly was a recognition of her achievement, particularly as it related to the baby food industry, which I did tell you about. The other thing that I didn't mention had having to do with my Aunt Laura, mother's second sister. There were three Storms girls, mother being the youngest, Florence, Laura being the second, and Lillian being the oldest. If any of you have any familiarity with PEO, which is a Women's Progressive Philanthropic Educational Organization, I was a member for 75 years and over, and my Aunt Laura was Supreme President of PEO in about 1951 or 52. She was very prominent in this field and was certainly recognized for her achievements. Aunt Laura was a very sharp, knowledgeable woman, and she was very, very active in fields of service, particularly with Pi Beta Phi, which was the college sorority that all of us eventually belonged to. I was a Pi Phi. My two sisters were, and there was Pi Phi strung out throughout the whole family. The other thing that I didn't really mention too much, and that was very important in my life, was the degree of volunteer work that I was involved in. I was very active with the local relief group called Samaritan House. I was very, that really started as an outreach program of the local Presbyterian Church, and then it became statewide, and we were very active in providing food, supplies, clothing, helping people find work, housing, and all of the many things which Good Samaritans do. Samaritan House was very important to me all the time that I lived in Las Vegas. And it continues to this day to be a very vital part of the community, partly because of the fact that we have so many needy people in this area. The low-income population is very prevalent, and I'm sure it will no doubt continue that way. I was president of the Samaritan House for a number of years. I don't even know how many, and but I continue to support them even though I live in Santa Fe. So the Samaritan House was a very important part of my life. The other aspect of my volunteer life, which drew upon my deep interest and love for music. I started singing, I suppose, probably when I was in grade school, and then we had a very fine music program all through junior high school and high school. I not only sang, but I accompanied various groups of individuals who were singing solo parts or that type of thing. So music was a part of my life for very, very many years. Even now, I am totally absorbed by good classical music. I have a music channel on the television that I keep going most of the time. My main interest in later years became the Music from Angel Fire Festival, which originated in about 1955 or 60, and it was a festival of chamber music, bringing world-class musicians to Las Vegas from and northern New Mexico, really. It originated in Angel Fire, but they had major concerts today still in Raton and Taos, Las Vegas, and Angel Fire. So, and then they have a large outreach program of education for high schools and grade schools throughout the northern part of the state. Music of Angel Fire is a beautiful way to have been involved. I was on their board probably for about 12 years, and I loved every bit of it. So I hope some of you still know of Angel Fire. I hope it's still flourishing, but who knows? It will celebrate this year its 35th year of festival chamber music coming to northern New Mexico from all over the world, and a series of concerts and school outreach programs. So I think that's about all I wanted to add to my part of this. I'm hoping Louis and Curtis and Karen will want to add some things, or perhaps ask me questions about things that I've overlooked and forgotten about mentioning to you. But my best to you all. I'm thrilled to be part of this family, and I love every one of you.